The Baker Boy Hat. No accessory creates more controversy for the man over 50. It walks a razor-thin line. On one side, you have the rugged sophistication of David Beckham. On the other, you look like an extra from Peaky Blinders or a 1920s paperboy. It is the dangerous gap between style and costume. Many of you avoid this hat because you fear looking like you are trying too hard. That is a mistake. When worn correctly, it is the ultimate finish to a mature wardrobe, and the perfect solution for thinning hair. The secret is not the hat itself, it is the context. Today, I am showing you the 3 foolproof outfits to make the Baker Boy hat look modern, masculine, and absolutely age-appropriate. Let's stop the cosplay and start dressing. Outfit 1. The rugged masculine. The first and perhaps most effective way to wear a Baker Boy hat without looking like you stepped out of a history book is to lean entirely into the rugged masculine aesthetic. This approach works because it grounds the hat in utility and grit rather than formal elegance. The Baker Boy was originally a working-class hat, worn by dock workers, farmers, and tradesmen. Therefore, it looks most natural when paired with clothing that shares that same DNA of durability and toughness. The anchor of this outfit is the leather jacket. For the man over 50, a leather jacket is a power move, but the silhouette is critical. We are not talking about a studded motorcycle jacket with 50 zippers that screams midlife crisis. We are talking about a refined cafe racer or a classic leather bomber in brown or black lambskin. When you pair the soft, matte texture of a wool or tweed Baker Boy hat with the smooth, shiny surface of a leather jacket, you create a textural masterpiece. The hat softens the aggression of the leather, and the leather modernizes the vintage feel of the hat. It is a perfect sartorial equilibrium. If leather feels too aggressive for your personal style, the alternative anchor is the waxed canvas field jacket. Think of the classic British barber style. This instantly shifts the vibe from urban cool to country gentleman. It suggests you have just stepped out of a Land Rover or finished a weekend at a country estate. It is sophisticated, but entirely unpretentious. Underneath the jacket, simplicity is your best friend. Do not wear a button-down shirt here. That pushes the look too close to formal. Instead, wear a high-quality heavyweight t-shirt in white, charcoal, or navy, or perhaps a denim western shirt. The denim shirt is particularly powerful because the collar stands up well against the jacket, and the indigo fabric bridges the gap between the hat and the coat. For the trousers, you must avoid dress slacks. The rugged masculine look requires denim. Opt for a pair of dark wash, straight-leg jeans. The dark indigo color creates a long, lean, vertical line that slims the physique, which is crucial as we get older. Cuff the jeans once at the bottom to show off the footwear. Speaking of footwear, this outfit demands boots. A pair of rugged service boots or leather Chelsea boots completes the silhouette. The boots provide a heavy, masculine foundation that balances out the visual weight of the hat on your head. Finally, let's talk about the hat itself for this specific look. Since the outfit is neutral and dark, you can experiment slightly with the hat's texture. A gray herringbone or a dark Donegal tweed works exceptionally well here. The flecks of color in the tweed will pick up the tones of the leather and the denim. By dressing this way, you are telling the world that the hat is just a functional accessory you threw on for warmth, not a costume piece you meticulously curated. You look effortless, capable, and timeless. Outfit 2. The smart casual. Moving on to the second aesthetic, we enter the territory of the intellectual creative. This is the smart casual approach. If the first outfit was about physical toughness, this one is about mental sharpness. This is the uniform of the architect, the university professor, or the retired creative director. It transforms the baker boy hat from a piece of workwear into a symbol of artistic sophistication. The key here is soft tailoring and, crucially, the right layering piece. The foundation of this look is the turtleneck, or roll neck. For the man over 50, the turtleneck is arguably the most flattering garment in existence. It frames the face, hides any looseness in the neck area, and creates a long, unbroken vertical line. But when paired with a baker boy hat, it performs a specific architectural function. It declutters the neck. Because the hat adds volume to the top of your head, you want the neck area to be sleek and streamlined. A collared shirt can sometimes look messy here, fighting for attention with the hat. A fine-gauge merino wool turtleneck in black, navy, or charcoal creates a clean pedestal for your face and the hat to rest upon. Over the turtleneck, you layer a textured wool blazer. Note the word textured. You do not want a shiny, worsted wool suit jacket that belongs in a boardroom. That looks too stiff and mismatched against the casual nature of the hat. You want materials that invite touch: tweed, flannel, or a heavy hopsack. The coarseness of a tweed blazer harmonizes perfectly with the wool of the baker boy hat. They speak the same language. Now, we must address the most critical don't of this entire video. Do not, under any circumstances, wear a matching waistcoat, vest, inside the blazer. This is the fatal error that instantly turns you into a Peaky Blinders cosplayer. A three-piece tweed suit with a baker boy hat is a costume. It is not a daily outfit. By removing the waistcoat and using a modern turtleneck instead, you break the historical reference. You look like a man of 2026, not 1926. For the trousers, step away from the jeans. You want chinos, or even better for winter, corduroy trousers. A pair of needle cord trousers in olive green or tobacco brown adds another layer of rich texture that complements the English countryside feel of the blazer, without looking like a suit. Finally, color coordination is vital here. Aim for a monochromatic or analogous color scheme. If you are wearing a charcoal gray hat, pair it with a light gray blazer and a black turtleneck. This tone-on-tone approach looks incredibly expensive and high-end. It reduces visual noise, allowing the silhouette of the hat to be the star of the show without screaming for attention. This outfit tells the world that you are educated, cultured, and comfortable in your own skin. You aren't trying to be young, you are simply mastering the art of being mature. Outfit 3. The long coat. We arrive now at the pinnacle of winter style. This is the long coat aesthetic. If the leather jacket was about ruggedness and the blazer was about intellect, the overcoat is purely about power and gravitas. For the man over 50, this is the ultimate old money flex. It creates a silhouette that is commanding, dramatic, and deeply masculine. When you combine a floor-sweeping wool coat with a baker boy hat, you are not just walking down the street, you are making an entrance. The centerpiece here is, of course, the overcoat, or top coat. You want a coat that hits at least the knee, if not lower. Avoid the short car coats that cut you off at the hips. They make you look boxy. A long coat creates a sweeping vertical line that elongates your entire frame, making you look taller and slimmer instantly. In terms of material, invest in heavy wool or a wool-cashmere blend. The way a heavy fabric moves and swings as you walk creates a sense of dynamism that a puffer jacket simply cannot achieve. Color-wise, a camel, tan, coat is the boldest, most luxurious choice. It pops against the gray winter sky and signals confidence. If camel feels too loud, a deep navy or charcoal is equally powerful but more understated. Now, why does the Baker Boy hat work so well here? One might think a fedora is the natural partner for a long coat. While that is true, a fedora plus a long coat in 2026 often looks too gangster or too formal for daily wear. It can feel like a costume. The Baker Boy hat grounds the look. It brings a touch of working-class humility to the aristocratic luxury of the coat. It says, "I am successful, but I have not forgotten where I came from." It balances the formality of the coat with a relaxed, approachable charm. Underneath the coat, keep layers simple to avoid overheating. A thick crewneck sweater or a quarter-zip jumper over a t-shirt is perfect. You do not need a suit underneath to pull this off, though you certainly can wear one. The crucial accessory to tie the hat and coat together is the scarf. Do not skip this. A scarf acts as the visual bridge between the heavy coat collar and the textured hat. Wrap a cashmere scarf in a contrasting color around your neck. It fills the V of the coat opening and draws the eye up to your face and the hat. This combination is also the most practical for the older gentleman. It provides maximum warmth coverage, protecting your lower back and thighs from the wind. It hides a multitude of sins, whether you have a bit of a belly or you are wearing comfortable sweatpants underneath to run to the grocery store. The long coat hides it all. With the hat on top, covering any hair concerns, you look perfectly put together in seconds. Finish this look with sturdy leather footwear, Chelsea boots or brogue boots, to anchor the weight of the coat. This is the outfit for the man who commands the room without saying a word. The don'ts. Now, even with the perfect outfit, you can ruin everything in a split second if you violate the geometry of the hat. Let's perform a controlled burn of the worst habits I see on the street. These are the strategic errors that turn a gentleman into a caricature. First, and most egregious, is the backward cap. Unless your name is Samuel L. Jackson, do not turn this hat around. I see many men over 50 doing this in a desperate attempt to look urban or edgy. It does not work. The entire architectural purpose of the Baker Boy hat is the front brim. It is designed to shade the eyes and frame the face, adding structure to a softening jawline. When you flip it backward, you expose your entire forehead and hairline, highlighting the very features you might want to obscure. It screams, "I am trying to be 22 again." It is an affectation that lacks dignity. Keep the brim forward, always. Second is the mushroom effect. This is a sizing disaster. A traditional newsboy cap has 8 panels and a button on top. If the hat is too large or too floppy, the fabric spills over the sides of your head, making you look like a Mario Brothers character or a chef. If the sides of the cap extend past the width of your ears, it is too big. You want a streamlined silhouette. Look for duckbill styles or caps with a sewn-down bill. These hug the skull more closely and follow the natural curve of your head, avoiding that comical, oversized muffin-top look on your skull. Finally, we must address pattern overload. This is where good intentions go to die. If your hat is a loud, complex Harris tweed with a check pattern, your jacket must be solid. You cannot wear a plaid hat with a plaid jacket and a striped shirt. It creates a visual headache for everyone looking at you. It is dizzying and chaotic. The rule is simple: 1 hero piece per outfit. If the hat is the hero, textured, patterned, everything else must be the supporting cast, neutral, solid. Do not make your accessories fight your clothing for attention. Gentlemen, the line between costume and class is defined by confidence. If you wear this hat with apology, it fails. If you wear it with intent, utilizing the context we discussed, it becomes your signature. We have explored 3 distinct archetypes today: the rugged masculine, the intellectual creative, and the power broker. Which one resonates with your lifestyle? Do not let fear dictate your wardrobe. Try the hat. Own the look. Now that your head is sorted, we must address the finishing touches. In the next video, we are mastering the winter accessories that separate the boys from the men, specifically leather gloves and scarves. Make sure you are subscribed. I will see you there.